Hi everyone, this is CG Seb, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make decals for DECALMachine using Fluent, which is an art surface add-on for Blender. Um, so yeah, those two add-ons are paid add-ons, but they're very powerful, and not really expensive. So I recommend you to buy it if you can, of course. Uh, but it's speed up a lot the process of art surface modeling. So yeah, in this video, I'm gonna use Fluent 1.6 and DECALMachine 2.2. But if you have other versions, it should be okay. All right. So first, if you have the add-on installed, you don't need any specific parameters, specific settings to make what we're gonna make today. So first, we're gonna create a Fluent object. To do so, we're gonna click on F and then um, click on Create here to make a Fluent object. You can see on the left the Fluent menu. We're going to choose rectangle mode. So if it's blue, it's good. If it's not, press R to select the rectangle mode. Okay, so now you need to right click to show the grid. And we're going to change the resolution here in the menu. You need to hold left click and go to the right to increase the resolution of it. This resolution are just guides. You can see dots here just to help us make a shape that we want. So we're going to go to the top view with 7 on the keypad, and then we're going to make a rectangle. So to make to make a square, you can either click on one point and then go like this, but we're not going to use this functionality. By the way, if you clicked on this, let's say you click on this point and you want to quit that because you wanted to start on this one, for example, you can press R again to exit this mode. So what we're going to use is we're going to use the main point here in the middle. So we're going to left click, and now you can see that it's going in the bottom here. It's not good. What we want to do is start from the center and make it square. So to start from the center, you need to use the shift key to hold the shift key, and now you can see we are moving from the center. But now we want to square, so it's a little bit annoying to count how many points here we need in the width and in the height to make it square. So what you can do is press Shift plus Control, and now you can see we have square. So we're going to make it like this. So to validate, you need to left click, and now you rotate your view, and you can see that if you go to the left or to the right, now we have um, this solidify here. So don't make it too big like this, because this is decal, it will be compressed on the plane. So like this, it should be good. Now what you want to do is, as you can see, the origin on the z-axis is here. This one is in the middle of the object. What we want to do is make this orange dot here on the surface of the top of the object. To make so, make sure you're in Fluent mode. Let's say you right click by mistake and now you are in this mode, which is doesn't show the Fluent menu. You can go back by selecting the object, press F, and then go to edit, and then you are back with the Fluent tool. To make this orange dot at the top of the object, you need to select the object, then hold left click, then put your cursor on solidify and release the left click. Now don't move the mouse, because if you move it now, you're going to change the, the size of it. But now you can press C on your keyboard. And now you can see we are changing the height of it. So what we want to do is make it at the bottom of it. So you're going to go on the left, so it goes at the bottom, and then when it's not moving further down, then you're going to left click. And now we can see that the surface is at the 0 meters on the Z axis. So that's good. Now to validate that, we need to right click, and we are back in the Blender mode. Now we have the base object to create the decal. What we need to do now is make a shape in the middle of it. So I'm going to make something very simple. You select the main object, you press F, and then we are going to choose the cut and add functionality. Now what we want is use the grid like we did for the creation. So we're going to right click on the top face here. You can see this will help us to guide the drawing now with the size. So we're going to increase a little bit the resolution over there. So yeah, if the menu here is annoying you, you can left click on grid menu and you can move it like this. So now we're going to go back in the top view, pressing 7 on the numpad, and now we're going to draw from the center over there a rectangle. I'm going to hold shift so it starts from the center. Let's say we want to make it like this. Now we need to left click to validate, and now we're going to rotate the view so we can see what we are doing. And now you can see that if you go to the right, it's going up, and if you go to the left, it's going down. So what we want to do here is create inside of the main object. So like this. You validate by pressing left click, by the way. So this is looking good, but what we want to do is add a bevel here. I want this to be around here. So to do so, you need to be still in the Fluent mode. You need to hold left click and then select first bevel. And here you can see if you go on the right, it's gonna round up to the point where it's too much. So we're gonna make it just at the limit like this. And here it's looking good. We have this round stuff. You can make it different shape. When you are in bevel mode here, you can press C, and you can see now it's straight lines. And if you press C again, now it's like inside of it. But yeah, for this tutorial, we're gonna keep this round like this, basic. So we are still in Fluent mode, and now what we want to do is exit the Fluent mode. So to validate what we have done, we need to right click. And now we are back into the Blender mode. So we have a nice shape, but yeah, what I want to do is make it multiple of it. And now we have only one, and we don't know how to go back to that. So to go back to your previous edition, you need to select the main object, you press F, and then you click here on hide and show Boolean object. And now we can see the Boolean object that is used to make this shape. So you need to select the Boolean object, press F, and then edit. From there, you are back in Fluent mode. What we need to do is hold left click and then go to the array modifier. Here, now we have 3 axes like this. And what we want to do is do multiple of it on the X axis. So you need to click on the red one and then if you drag your mouse on the right, you're going to see now that you can choose the distance between the two objects. So let's say we want 3 of them, not 2. Now you need to press C on the keyboard, and it's not going to change anything. But now if you move your mouse to the right, it's going to increase the number of it. So let's say you want now to adjust again the distance between them. You need to press C again and then go to the left or the right, depending on what you want. To validate, you need to left click again, and then you validate your array modifier. Now you can see that we have some lines here in diagonal, and what you want to do with decals is avoid as much as you can those lines here, because it's going to create some weird artifact. So to do so, we need to validate the action that we did here, because we're still in Fluent mode. So we need to right click, and then we're back into the Blender mode. So to see more what we are doing, we're going to show the wireframe of the main object. So we're going to select the main object, press F, show wireframe, and now we can still see those weird lines here. To prevent that, because it's going to create some weird stuff with DECALMachine, we're going to select the main object and go to the edit mode. Here you can see a plane, and we're going to do Control plus R, and we're going to add an edge here in the middle of all the boolean. So you click, left click, and then you're going to right click so it stays in the middle. Now you're going to exit the edit mode by pressing tab, and boom, you can see now it's using this line here and not diagonals one, so it will not create some weird artifact. Okay, so now let's say we're ready to make a decal out of it. What you need to do is here, those edges on the outside needs to be sharp. To make it simple, we're going to use a Boolean modifier, and we're going to use a cube to make it. So Shift plus A, mesh, cube. Now to see what we are doing, we're going to go to the orange menu here, object properties, and you're going to go under viewport display. And here, display as, you're going to show wireframe. Now we can see what we want to do. What we want to do is make this cube a little bit smaller than the main object, so it cuts the main object. So we're going to switch to the top view, and we're going to press S, and we're going to make it something like this. Now we can see it's smaller. And now we're going to select the main object, go to the modifier here, and we are going to add modifier Boolean, this one. It doesn't change anything because we need to select here the object with these small icons, and then you are going to select the cube. Boom. Oh, but now it's not doing what we want. It's actually doing the opposite of what we want. And the reason why it's because here it's choose difference, and we need to choose intersect. Now we can see that the edges on the outside are sharp, but we can see some weird lines over there. And this is because the Boolean here is under the weighted normals modifier. If you have a weighted normals modifier, DECALMachine will not like it. So we're going to remove it. And the weighted normals is used by Fluent. But for DECALMachine, we need to get rid of it. So we're going to remove it. And we still have those weird artifacts, but less. And the reason why is that because on the outer bevel here, the last one, you need to go to shading, and you need to click are the normals. And you can see now it's gone. So whenever you do a decal with Fluent, you need to make sure that on every object that you have on your scene that you want to make a decal out of it, it doesn't have a weighted normals, so you need to remove it. And the last outer bevel, you make it are the normals. So now it's ready to make a decal. So let's open the DECALMachine menu, and we're going to make a decal. So for the test, we're going to make it 2 times 512, and should be enough. So you select your main object and you click on create simple decal. It's gonna take a little bit of time depending on your machine. And if your Blender is not responding, the window is white, just wait because it's working in the background. Now we can see that it created a plane. And to show the decals, we're gonna use this texture uh, view. So we have a nice decal now, but we can see here the frames and stuff. And this is because we have the boolean that is shown. So we can press F, show and hide booleans. And here we can select the main object and press show hide wireframe. And now we can see the decal fully. So to test it, I've made a sphere here and we're gonna try it. To try it, don't move the main decal over there. Just click on the plus button here. And then you have this small one. To make it easier to move the decal on the sphere, I'm gonna use the snap mode here, snap to faces, and then make sure that the magnet here is blue. Then we're gonna press G, move it to the sphere, resize it, and now we're gonna use the DECALMachine menu by pressing D and then project. And now here is our decal. So yeah, this is a simple decal. You can also create subset decals. Subset decals are decals with multiple colors. I can show you with one of mine. For example, if I choose this one, this is one I've made with Fluent, and this is a subset decal. So you can press D, project, and now you can choose the material by pressing D, going to match, and now you can choose this material, and then if you press D, Alt Shift, you can scroll, you can see this is subset decals because it has two colors. You can see inside colors and outside colors. Yeah, so here it is, tutorial to make decals with Fluent. You can also make subset decals, and the advantage of Fluent is that everything, you can edit everything. So for example, let's say I want to edit that shape here. I can just press F, show and hide boolean, select the boolean modifier here, and then press F and edit. And now I'm back into the edit mode. And then I can change the first bevel as I want. For example, let's say I want this one. Boom. Now I can change it. So that's the advantage of using Fluent, is that you can do stuff like that very easily. So yeah, now what you need to do is learn how to use Fluent if you don't. And you can make pretty cool decals. I've made multiple decals pack. I can show you. I'm gonna put a link in the description to download my first free pack I created. So I can show you this one. Is 25 decals, and it's for free. So if you want it, the link is in this description. Here it's the 50 pack version. This pack is for sale, and yeah, If you want to buy it, first download the free one. If you like it and you want more icons, you can download the paid one. But those are made 100% with Fluent, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, in the future I will make more pack. As you can see here, I have a detail pack. Um, I have different pack that I'm working on right now, and those are made with Fluent. So I advise you to join the Discord, the Fluent Discord, so you can discuss with everyone and learn more about how to use Fluent and how to make different shapes that you want. So that was it for today's video. If you like it, please let me know in the comment section and see you on the next one.